Roman Reigns, one of WWE's most dominant forces in recent memory, appears ready to embark on a new chapter following his months-long absence after WrestleMania 41. After being betrayed by longtime ally and advisor Paul Heyman, who shockingly aligned himself with Seth Rollins, and then assaulted by Rollins and Braun Breaker, Reigns vanished from WWE programming, leaving fans questioning what's next for the former tribal chief. According to recent reports from respected wrestling journalist Bill Apter during a WrestleVotes Q&A, Reigns is expected to make a dramatic return at SummerSlam, and rather than seeking immediate revenge, he might instead re-establish his dominance by joining forces with a powerful new ally, Jacob Fatu. This potential alliance would mark a return to Reigns' bloodline roots, with Apter even suggesting they may be called the Samoan Superpowers, a name that plays off both men's family legacy and brute strength. The timing of this partnership could signal a major reset for Reigns' character and shift the balance of power within WWE. Meanwhile, WWE made spontaneous changes during a controversial John Cena promo segment on the June 20 episode of SmackDown. Cena delivered a scathing, pipe bomb, promo reminiscent of CM Punk's infamous rants, targeting Punk directly and calling him names like Mr. TKO, while name-dropping other stars such as Claudio Castagnoli, Nick Nemeth, and Matt Cardona. However, what really caught viewers' attention was CM Punk lying motionless in the ring for several minutes after being verbally dismantled. Fans online began speculating something was wrong, which prompted WWE to adapt the segment on the fly. Backstage officials, sensing the awkwardness, sent a referee into the ring to check on Punk, making the moment appear more organic and less uncomfortable. Insiders later confirmed the segment wasn't originally scripted this way. Someone intervened mid-broadcast to salvage the authenticity of the scene. In the end, this adjustment proved smart, as Cena's fiery words could have lost impact if the moment came off as poorly executed. The heated rivalry between Cena and Punk is now reaching a fever pitch, as the two are set to clash at Night of Champions in a high-stakes match for the undisputed WWE Championship. In faction news, WWE has finally settled on an official name for Seth Rollins' dark and destructive stable, which has been tearing through the roster since WrestleMania 41. Rollins, fresh off his 2025 Money in the Bank ladder match win, has positioned himself as a dangerous visionary, recruiting Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed into his ranks. Until now, fans had only speculated about a name for the group. However, WWE recently filed a trademark for the Oracle, leading insiders and fans to believe this is the official moniker. A post on X by insider Corey Hayes supports this theory, stating that the trademark indeed ties to Rollins' heel faction. Former WWE star Aiden English chimed in as well, proposing that the Vision would have been a fitting name given Rollins' rhetoric about reshaping WWE. Regardless of the title, Rollins and his allies are becoming a force to be reckoned with, having drawn the ire of top names like Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Penta, and LA Knight. Their next steps could significantly reshape WWE's power structure. In an unfortunate development, Wi's show LFG took a major hit in ratings following drama during its Season 2 premiere. Hall of Famer Booker T, who returned for the new season alongside Bubba Ray Dudley and The Undertaker, made headlines after walking off the set. Tension erupted when Michelle McCool, replacing Mickie James as a mentor, was given the first 2 draft picks. Still bitter about losing Season 1, Booker T exited the show on a sour note. Ratings reflect the fallout, as only 114,000 viewers tuned in, a 28.75% drop from Season 1's debut. Even worse, the key 18 to 49 demographic rating plummeted by a staggering 80%. Despite this, Booker T continues to voice strong opinions, including his call for WWE's upcoming all-women's pay-per-view Evolution 2 to be expanded to a 2-night event, arguing that the women's division is the most compelling it's ever been and deserves more spotlight. Liv Morgan's untimely shoulder injury has derailed WWE's planned babyface turn for her and a potential mixed tag storyline involving Dominic Mysterio. Morgan sustained the injury just seconds into a match with Kairi Sane on Raw, forcing WWE to scrap creative plans that were set to culminate in a high-profile match at SummerSlam. Inside sources revealed that Morgan and Dominic were going to take on Finn Balor and Roxanne Perez in a major feud that would also stir tension within Judgment Day. With Morgan sidelined for months, WWE is reportedly slotting Perez into her role, including a women's tag title run alongside Raquel Rodriguez. There are even hints that Perez may attempt to woo Dominic away from Morgan, building toward an emotional storyline once Morgan returns. While plans are up in the air, WWE clearly has long-term intentions for this angle. In talent news, 34-year-old WWE star Eddie Thorpe, real name Carl Fredericks, recently requested and was granted his release from WWE. Thorpe, who joined WWE in 2023 following a strong run in NJPW, never quite captured gold in NXT but had memorable rivalries with the likes of Trick Williams and Dijak. Contrary to speculation, Thorpe wasn't released due to cuts. He chose to leave, stating he wanted to pursue something more meaningful. Now a free agent, he has received overtures from former NJPW colleague Clark Connors to join the iconic Bullet Club faction. While his future remains undecided, Thorpe's departure marks another shift in WWE's evolving roster landscape. Notably, he is currently dating recently released WWE star Dakota Kai, with some wondering whether the two might coordinate their next career steps. Elsewhere, Naomi is facing increasing skepticism regarding her chances of successfully cashing in her Money in the Bank contract. Her ongoing feud with Jade Cargill, once a close ally, has been growing ever more personal since Cargill defeated her at WrestleMania 41. With Cargill now in the Queen of the Ring final against Asuka, a win could position her as the next major women's champion. In a recent interview, Cargill belittled Naomi, comparing her to cartoon character Speedy Gonzalez and mocking her penchant for sneak attacks. Cargill stated that Naomi's tactics wouldn't work if she becomes champion, boldly predicting that Naomi's cash-in will end in failure. Whether or not that prediction holds true, the tension between the two promises fireworks after Night of Champions. On the injury front, Drew McIntyre remains off WWE television with no set return date. Following a brutal steel cage match against Damian Priest on May 24, McIntyre has been recovering from serious wear and tear. Early rumors suggested he was off filming a project, but recent interviews confirm he's simply taking personal time and focusing on healing. McIntyre confessed he still can't fully turn his head due to neck issues and emphasized the importance of long-term health. Though fans miss his presence on TV, WWE is reportedly holding him back until he's fully ready, potentially bringing him back into a top-tier storyline immediately upon his return. Over in AEW, MJF Maxwell Jacob Friedman sparked headlines with an unfiltered social media rant just hours before Dynamite. Taking shots at the state of Washington, where that week's Dynamite was being held, and even at his own job, MJF described the area as full of gross hipsters and terrible weather, before bluntly stating, "I hate my job." It's unclear whether MJF is continuing his on-screen character's brash persona or venting genuine frustrations, but the post has added an unexpected layer of intrigue ahead of AEW's All in Texas event, where several major matches are being built up. Finally, there are rumors that someone other than Triple H is steering key WWE creative decisions. On a recent podcast, Bill Apter suggested that Paul Heyman may be exerting more influence over major booking choices than fans realize. A recent example includes Braun Breaker defeating